Elsa, you got a pretty yellow color.
Well, hi there. Yes, we're back. We're still working on the top kick engine. Putting a new block heater in. Because in this part of the country, you want to make sure that you have a good block heater in your diesel. Hopefully we can get the bottom end of this engine buttoned up today and set in the top kick.
Now you want to grab some bolts? I'll line it up until you get them. Feel out the holes, please, with the screw.
Yep.
A little bit, however you need it.
Just remember we had two engines.
Do you have another gasket for this one right here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take this.
Okay, now we get to put the rear main seal in. Because we had to change this housing for the Allison transmission, we ended up sacrificing the rear main seal. So we get to put a new one in, and that requires a special tool to get it in and at the right depth. Two outer ones bolt into the flywheel holes on the crank. And then the center one pushes the seal in. Just like that. Now we get to put the flywheel on. Funny story about that. I was doing an H2 one time. It's all ready, put the engine in, had it on the engine hoist, and got interrupted, came back to it, and wanted to get it in before the end of the day, at least get it set in there. And I set it in there. Next morning when I came back to bolt up the torque converter, I realized I forgot to put the flywheel on the engine. It had to come back out. I need two plates over there. Putting it together with brand new bolts, because these are torque to yield bolts. We'll just snug a couple up here. We got the flywheel on, we got the bolts snugged up. Now we're going to put a flywheel holder in the starter hole, and that'll hold the flywheel while we torque the bolts. Flywheel holder engages the teeth on the flywheel right there. We'll hold it nice and tight while we torque these. It get torqued to 58 foot-pounds, then 60 degrees, then another 60 degrees. I think we'll set the engine down on the blocks to do that. It says we start out at 58 foot-pounds. There's 58 on that one.
Popcorn's ready.
It sounds like a microwave beep.
Yep. Yep, it's time to get your popcorn and go watch your movies.
All right, then next pass is 60 degrees. Got to let the torque wrench zero here for angle. Come on. There we go. I was shaking a little too much. Now we'll go down to 60 degrees. Now we torque them 60 degrees in rotation. The torque wrench will keep track of that for us. There we go. I'm gonna have to keep that engine from rocking in the next pass. Okay, now we reset our torque wrench and we gotta do another 60 degrees. You ready? Oh. Oh. That's tight, people. We did that one. Oh, last one. It's a good thing my shoulder's getting wore out. There we go. Well, I think we're finally ready to set it in. mounts in. It's just, I gotta make sure it lines up on the tranny as we go too.
Right, right. We just gotta close the gap now, right?
Yeah, as long as it's lined up good.
It's pretty close, and I can slowly adjust the motor a little.
Okay, so give her a push, you're saying?
Yep. A little more tilted.
See, it sits right on that flange.
Yeah.
That's what we gotta get
It
lined up.
just drop down more here in the back. There we go. A little more. Good.
Well, we got the bell housing lined up. Donovan's putting the bell housing bolts in. We're gonna get the motor mounts bolted back to the frame here. Then we can set the front end of the engine down into the motor mounts and bolt it in. Well, it's sitting in there now. Still got a lot of stuff to put together on it, but we're getting there. Well, it's the next day. We got the engine in there yesterday. It's sitting in there. Now what's the next step? Well, I don't know. I suppose the torque converter bolts. We should probably do them next. A lot of you have been commenting about the amount of echo that's in here. And yes, there is a whole lot of echo in here. We'll address that situation as we get the shop set up the way we want. I'm hoping that all the decorations that we have to put on the walls will help reduce the echo quite a bit. We have a huge wall over here. My plan is banners. I'm hoping that we can cover that wall in banners, and that'll take care of a lot of the echo. We'll see how that goes. But for now, I hope you guys can just live with it, because it's going to take a little while. Oh, what did I do with the torque converter bolts? Ah, here they are. And we need some Loctite. Alright, we got our Loctite on our torque converter bolt. Now here's a little trick. When you need to pull the bolt into a socket to fish it in somewhere, a little piece of paper in between the bolt head and the socket will hold it in there real nice so you can reach in and fish it in. And that one started. No, we aren't going to tighten that one up until we have all 6 in.
Crew members?
The channel membership?
Yeah. What about that?
Well, we have 5 channel members, and remember, if you want to help support the BSF recovery team and what we do, you can become a channel member and show your support. Along with channel memberships, you'll be able to see a few behind-the-scenes photos, maybe even a short clip or two, some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, and have the badges on your comments so everybody will know that you're a team member. So you got the starter there?
I got the starter here.
Okay, yeah, it's got to get turned.
This way?
No, this way.
This way.
Yep, a little bit heavier than the Jeep starter.
Okay, I got that bolt.
Got that one started?
Yep.
And start the other one.
Yes, please. I don't.
It's over by your impact right there on the floor.
Thank you.
You gonna put the dipstick in?
Yeah, I gotta.
New O-rings?
Yeah, I gotta do the O-rings
Yeah.
first.
I'll go get one of your picks.
Oh, that's right. I gotta get. doing?
Well, next thing I want to put on the engine is the turbo. We've got both sides of the engine pretty well assembled. Harness and the glow plugs, injectors, stuff like that. Next step is to work on the back of the engine, the turbo and the exhaust and stuff. But I got a little bit of a problem. We have a broken bolt off in the top of our turbo here. It's just for a heat shield, but I want to try and get that out. So, lots of different methods for getting a broken bolt out. We got a little bit sticking up here. We're going to try and heat up the casting here on the turbo, and we're going to see if we can extract that bolt. One of the tricks that I like to use is a inverted torque socket. If we heat this up, get this hot, we can pound this inverted torque socket on there, and it'll kind of turn it into a Torx head, and we'll see if we can get it out. If we can't, we're probably going to end up drilling and retapping, because I don't have a welder out here that I can weld a nut on there with. So that's what we're going to try. We'll see if it works. It's coming out. There we go. Just kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, I think that's about everything back here.
You gotta connect those lines.
The fuel lines. We should connect the fuel lines.
That would be a great idea.
You think so?
No. Yep.
Okay, we gotta put the safety clips on those. Like that. And like that.
Are you losing your marbles?
Yep, something like that. I set it right in front of me, you just couldn't see it.
Did you say you had it backwards?
I had it backwards. Fits better this way.
Oh, I bet it does.
Well, I really would have liked to have been able to fire this thing up for you at the end of this video, but we've been working all weekend. It's getting awful late. Monday morning is going to come real soon, so we're going to have to call it quits for this weekend. Thanks for watching BSF Recovery Team. Remember, you can become a member to support the BSF Recovery Team. Keep wheeling, be safe out there. Maybe we'll see you in the woods.